All right, so thanks for hopping on our first mastermind call. So, like I explained in the post, just coming off of Megan's call and being the end of the year, because like it's almost October, which is crazy. So we are wrapping up the year in the last quarter almost. And I feel like this is such an important time for those of you that have been here in the past, like not only for just this time of year for growth, but just what you're doing now is going to help your January. And we all know that that's like the biggest time in your business. But if you're not doing anything these months leading up to it, you can't expect that like big boom and growth in January. So that's why this time of year is so important. And I just think, like I said, I've been in other masterminds, and it just helps to be able to like show up for each other and work together and just brainstorm. So yeah, we have our calls where we have like our power hour, or we have a guest speaker, or we teach or train about something. That's not going to be this. This is going to be like brainstorm ideas, sharing ideas. What can we do together as a team to help? Obviously you guys want to build your businesses. We want to help people get in our challenge groups and hit Success Club, and we want to build our teams and recruit coaches. So those obviously are going to be two main things that we want to work on together as a team. So that's why I wanted to put this mastermind together. And hopefully we can find, so I know you guys had mentioned about the time, 9 o'clock. And like, I will tell you, like I get on these calls and I am wired and I cannot go to sleep for like ever after calls. So like late night calls are like really hard for me too. They like really mess me up. So if you guys are willing to do an early morning call, maybe once a month. We said 2 a month, so maybe once a month doing a nighttime call if that works for some people, and then once a month doing a morning call. I would be totally up for that. I would be up for early morning. I'd be up for a weekend call even. Like, I don't know what your thoughts on that. So I wanted to gather your thoughts on that first. This is going to be kind of our like call to kind of like plan and stuff like that and set things up. So then like October, we can really get into things. So what are your thoughts on times and days and whatnot? And participation is good on a mastermind.
I'm up for early morning, weekend, because late night ones just like long.
Right. So like how early, weekends, like what are, I know like a lot of you get up early. So
at one point we had done that one thing where we had the Saturday morning calls, and I didn't mind that. Like that was, I feel like I'm kind of up anyway, but we have early sports. That's the only thing.
Right. Same.
Yeah. But I don't know. Early morning during the week, I would have to really, that might be kind of challenging just because, with getting up and out for work. I think, Diana, you're probably in the same boat I am. Like that's, I don't know that I could try. I certainly could try to make it work, but that might be hard.
So what about, 9 a.m. would actually probably be too late on Saturday mornings because of sports related stuff. So what about like a 7 or 8 on?
7, I was thinking.
Yeah. What are your thoughts for like a Saturday or Sunday morning? Right now, I'm just going to run into, I will say like my last few weeks of marathon training, like I do have to get my run started like super early when I'm running like 20 miles. So I can't like push it back later. But that is just for like, so I don't have that much longer with that.
You had the.
So what are your thoughts on 7 a.m. on either Saturday or Sunday? I'm just going to mute everyone and then unmute yourself whenever you are talking. And whenever you're done, if you don't mind muting yourself again, just because we keep getting like background noises. But what are your thoughts on 7 a.m. either on Saturday or Sunday mornings?
I know this will be an unpopular answer, but I would prefer Sundays because I go to church in the morning, and then that means the only day I get to sleep is Saturday. I feel that will be an unpopular answer.
Wait, I'm having a hard time hearing you.
Me too.
I said, can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's better.
I said, I think this will be unpopular answer, but if it can be 7 o'clock on Sunday, then I have one day I can sleep in because I go to church at 8:30 on Sunday.
Okay.
I can do either. Right now we're in hockey and we have a game every Saturday and Sunday at either 8 or 9. So the only thing is I'd have to probably leave at 7:30 to get to hockey if I had an 8 o'clock game, but most of them are 9. So I can do either.
Okay.
I'm up.
Everyone else good for that? Any complaints? What if it was
I can try. I think with weekends, I just don't always know. Well, it's always different what we have going on. It's easier for me to commit to weeknights, but I can certainly try.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, like we just have to go with majority. I know everyone's like, oh, I do this, that. I mean, like, I just like the point of this is to like, you know, yeah, you might have to just try to make it work the best you can. Like if this is, you know, if you want to do this, then do it. If not, then you don't have to do it. But that's kind of the way it has to be with this because it's going to be hard to please everyone, if that makes sense.
Yeah, we totally get it. Question though, will you record them so if like we aren't able to make one, we could like do it later?
Yeah, I will record them. Yeah. But so however, I just need to look at just for October, my long run schedule. I may not, like Sundays typically actually would be better for me too, but unless I'm doing a long run that day. So, like I said, because my long runs are usually starting early because of them being so long. But I actually only have like a 19 and a 20 and I'm almost to tapering time. So, okay, so just looking at the month of October then. So we're looking at the weekend of I was going to do off weeks from team calls. So the week of the 8th and the week of the 22nd. So, okay, I will send a message and get a schedule out there, but looks like weekend mornings will probably be good. Obviously, people that are not on this call, we'll see what they say, but I tend to think that like that might actually be better too with work schedules and stuff. And I think most kids stuff, yeah, usually start maybe at like 9, but so 7 would be doable. Okay. All right. Next thing, trackers. That's another part of this. And I wanted to do it differently. Like I'm not going to do a group with this. This is going to be a mastermind where we get on live. And that's why getting on the calls, I think, makes a difference. Yeah, we can still chat. And I think most of our, like, I don't want it to be a group chat because I feel like that gets super overwhelming. And that's why I told you not to respond to my message. So hopefully you understood that. But I'm still going to put all of the resources and I think our chat and everything for things that we're doing still should just be in our team page. So like check into our team page and anything going on, let's keep that all on the team page. But I will just communicate with you guys as far as like reminders and stuff like that through our message. But I'll just send you a message. Like just send me a message separately if you have something back. Does that make sense? Okay, so trackers, doing something differently. Instead of doing a tracker check-in, we're not going to do that. Send your trackers individually to me. And like I said, that's not like, oh, I want to see your tracker. Like, I need to make sure that you turned in your homework. No, this is for you. This is me helping you stay accountable, okay? Because this is just, I've, been doing this business longer than all of you, and tracking is the most helpful thing with my business. And it's just the way to be successful. If you're not tracking, it is very hard to be successful. So if you just saw, like, I actually was just on a call with my Northeast leader group, and I asked the coach to share her tracker. It was awesome because I like to give different things. Like some trackers don't work for you. For something that would work for me might not work for you. So I posted the business activity tracker from Beachbody yesterday, and then I just posted a win the week tracker. And this Win the Week tracker, I've shared something similar before. It has the little dots or the little bubbles that you can like check off. But this one actually has spaces for names. And I thought that that was cool too, that you could actually write names down on this too. So I just posted that one tonight. So if you didn't start tracking tomorrow. So even if your tracker has Wednesday through Sunday, when you share it with me on Monday, that's totally fine. But just commit to tracking, find a tracker, and do it. Okay. One of the things that I shared also, and I wanted to make you all aware, just like reiterate it because of the nature of this mastermind to grow our businesses, is that I'm trying to like simplify new coach training and trying to better like improve that for our team. So right now we have a self-paced new coach training and I think it's good, but I think that it could be better. And I'm trying to like brainstorm with some of the other coaches that I've worked with to come up with ideas. So if you guys have any ideas, and I don't want that to be like the center of our conversation tonight, but if you guys have any ideas about new coach training, let me know. But in the meantime, we are going to be implementing every other week. So last night, every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern time, there's going to be either a new coach call or an Emerald in 24 hours call. And I am alternating that with Nina. You guys all know Nina. And then there's another coach, Emily Luciano. She's actually going to be our speaker on our October call, but she's actually already reached 5-star elite. She's awesome. She's in, was in my mastermind that I was in with Josh Coates, and she actually is a Penn Stater for all of you Penn Staters that are on here. She's from Altoona, but lives in Colorado. It's funny. But anyways, and ended up being on the same mastermind. She like lives near Nina. Like, how strange is that? She's like small world. Anyways, so we're going to be alternating that. So also that helps, like, to be able to have, it's not like me all the time doing the calls every Monday. It'll be like me, Nina, or Emily doing calls. So that's something available. Amy and Steph are both on this call tonight, and they were on there last night, which is awesome. I think that like if you guys want to hop on just to like see what it's like, just to know what kind of resources for your coaches, for your future coaches, that is awesome if you want to do that. But those are going to be available on Monday nights. Okay, so just a little discussion before we get to our coach info session. What do you ultimately want out of this group? This is where you need to participate. So what do you want out of this mastermind?
I do my best when I'm accountable to other people because I'm not good at being accountable to myself. And so I gain traction and then I lose traction, and I gain traction and I lose traction. I would like to just fucking gain some traction and then keep some traction and then gain some fucking more traction and actually
keep the effing traction. Yeah.
Fucking traction.
All right, I love it. I love your like honesty, and yeah, but it's true. Like that is the only way that it works. And it sucks to start and stop. Like it's no fun at all. It's no fun to like try to, it doesn't just because you have stopped and you need to gain that traction again does not mean that like, oh, my business is done. That's not true, but it's just definitely more work on yourself to start and stop and start and stop. Okay, awesome. All right.
I was going to say the same thing, accountability.
Okay. Yeah, accountability is huge. We need to give our challengers accountability, right? They need it from us. So same thing with coaching.
I want to figure out a way or just get some more ideas about building my team with more business builders, because I have 1, 2-ish, but I want a strong team of people just like me who want to just do the shit and just run with it. Like I want more of me, and I don't know where they are, and I don't know what I need to do to put it out there, but I just want more of me.
Yeah. And I was listening to a call and I feel like you said same, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. feel like I was listening to a call, and I'm the same too. Like, I feel like we're all in the same boat, right? We all want people that want to like link arms and do this business together, right? And that's the point of this mastermind. Like, it's way better to do it together and with other people that want to do it too. And you don't want to feel like you're dragging anyone along, because that's the absolute worst. But
I'm no longer a counselor.
right, yeah. Yeah, if you didn't listen to Megan's call, yeah, that was great when she talked about not being a counselor. But yeah, so one of the calls that I listened to was all about like putting it out there constantly about what you're doing as a coach, and putting it out there about doing the work and not sugarcoating it and not making it seem like, oh, you can just be a discount coach. Because if you just say like, oh, you can just be a discount coach, then what kind of coaches are you going to get? A discount coach, right? So I feel like, yeah, that would be great to brainstorm ways to share the opportunity more and to put it out there more about what we do to attract those people. Anyone else? What do you want out of this? I know Steph, Tara, and Amy, you are like, or not Amy. Yeah, Amy. Sorry, not Amy Zuckett, Amy Stanishevsky. I know you guys are newer. What are your thoughts? What are you wanting out of this? Oh, no, I don't hear you, Tara. No. Yeah, you look unmuted. I just can't hear you. Is your audio working? Oh, now I hear you.
Oh, you got?
Yes.
Yes. All right, so I just want to kind of figure out how I need to go about doing this. And because I mean, when we did the Obsessed with Coaching, like the first month or so, I was on a roll, but it's like, then I don't know what I'm inviting to, and I need to like get my own flow going and figure out what and how to go about doing that and attracting those people.
Okay, yeah. And that definitely helps with figuring out, yeah, like planning so now is a good time that you're talking about this, Tara, to think about the month of October ahead of time, like plan ahead of time. What challenge group are you going to be inviting to? Obviously, we'll have some sort of coaching opportunity, sharing opportunity for that you can be inviting to, but that maybe it's running a free group, or you know what I mean, like kind of planning your month ahead. And I can definitely help you with that if you need help with planning that ahead of time. But that's important. Yeah, knowing what to invite to, right?
Yeah, and it's like I haven't run my own challenge group before, so it's just like a whole new level of like, what am I doing on top of even just inviting people to like come join me. I don't know.
Right. Well, so most groups, I really don't ever like run groups by myself, but I will say free groups, that's the perfect opportunity to like get your feet wet with running a free group on your own. And we have a bunch of free groups in the photo albums of our team page. And if you check that out, like content is already there for you. Like the easiest one to do, I personally think, and anyone else can chime in here, but is the clean eating group. Like that's just easy to invite to, and it's
or a crock-pot group.
What's that?
A crock-pot group is always easy.
Right, yeah. But there's the clean eating one actually has like specific posts, like text and pictures and everything for all laid out for you if you wanted to run something like that. But so if you're thinking about like just getting your feet wet to run something on your own, that's a good way to start. But I also believe when doing longer groups and bigger groups, it's nice to team up with coaches and run them together.
Tara, I can definitely say that when I was a new coach, I watched what Michelle did, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do I just like did a group, and I didn't really know what I was doing, but it's the easiest way to just like, for me, I just jump in and do it, and I like figure it out as I go. But to take ownership of your own group, to be in charge and not be like, well, what should I do? Just do it. Like and if you screw up, no one's going to know because you're not going to tell it. Like they're not going to know. So I say for me, it's just, I just jump in and do it and figure it out as I go. But if you're more of a planner, maybe that doesn't work.
How about you, Steph? What do you want out of this group?
Can you hear me?
Yes. I can hear you.
Okay. Having some technical difficulties.
You're breaking
It
up.
could be like monsooning outside. It's everything when it rains. Can you hear me?
Okay, now you got better.
Okay. It's raining. Shocker.
Okay, yeah.
And this
Well, yeah,
is
for
what
anyone
happens
that
in
doesn't
my
know,
house.
Stephanie just had like a tornado go through her school and she had to like be evacuated and all this like crazy, scary stuff.
Six tornadoes in our county yesterday. 34 roads are closed. We can't go anywhere. So,
Insane.
but I need a lot of accountability. I don't want to get stuck as an emerald again. And I got stuck last time. And then I threw a temper tantrum with Michelle. She's really gracious with me and loves me a lot after many years. And I threw a temper tantrum and I just stopped. And I was like, screw this, I'm just going to be a discount coach. And I was like, that's really stupid. And Michelle was like, you're ridiculous. Be a coach. And so, in my words, not Michelle's. And then I started working my business again. And so, I'm wrong. That's my goal.
Okay, sorry, you're like breaking up again, but I got you. You've got the momentum going, so you need to keep that momentum and not get that emerald trap, right? Okay, how about you, Amy? Can you talk? If you can unmute yourself, do you need me to unmute you? There you go.
Okay. Sorry, I'm multitasking. I want to get the emerald because I swear I've been trying for so long and I just can't seem to get there. Last week I kind of fell off because I had some health issues. I passed out at the kitchen table, so I took a week off and I didn't post, and I feel like I just need to get back in the swing of things. I totally fell off last week. It was bad.
But that's okay. You need to take care of your health. You need to.
Yeah.
You need
Yeah,
to.
I mean, this has helped my health. It has helped me, like, be able to focus on things more. And I've done a lot of inviting. I've done some follow-ups, but I keep getting the dreaded, no, not right now. So, I don't know. I really want to get to Emerald, and I kind of want to team up with someone. You and I talked about me doing a Lift 4 group for October 1st. So if anyone wants to team up and run it, I'd be open to doing that.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I think talking about objections and stuff too will be very helpful with both challengers and with coaches, because we all get no's. And
I know Jen Greenberger posted a thing about challenges, and it was really helpful.
was it like a document or a video?
Yeah,
or
it was a document in the Dynasty group.
Oh, in the Dynasty
The
group?
Dynasty Strong group.
Okay.
It was really helpful. I printed it up and I read through it. I thought it was really good because I did Dynasty to Emerald just to do it, you know.
Right.
To join another group. And I'm going to that business building tomorrow night.
The leadership. Oh, awesome. Good.
Yeah, I'm going to that, so.
Okay, awesome. You'll have to let us know how that is.
I think it'll be fun with Melanie Maker.
Yeah, Melanie and Katie Ersta are presenting in Pittsburgh for like it's not Beachbody related, but it's still going to be business leadership related. So I think that will be a great event. Awesome. I can't wait to hear about that. You'll definitely have to share what you learned from it and any good takeaways that you have.
For sure.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Okay. Last thing that I wanted to, well, no, two more things. Our coach info session. So I decided to switch it up, and you guys can tell me what you guys think. I did it last week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I guess I did it. So now this week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But just to try something different, I have been, I get on so many different leadership calls and training calls and things that are provided for me from my corporate mentor. But one of the coaches, Mandy Kai, I don't know if you guys recognize that name, but she went from like diamond to like 11-star. She's like 11-star qualifying in like a very short period of time. I think she was like diamond in February, and now she's 11-star qualifying, which is insane. Yeah. So she basically does these super simple info sessions, and I kind of explained it to you guys. So I still made it in an event. She did it in a group, but I think that it's kind of easier. I still am a firm believer in inviting to events, because I feel like you have to get someone's I personally think you need to get someone's permission before putting them in a group. But like, so for overall for our whole team, it's easier to invite to an event. So I did it as an event, and basically I'm just going to like talk about how I started as a coach tomorrow. I'm going to do another one on Thursday about what we do as a coach, and then Friday just basically how we earn money and the other little rewards, like with Success Club and trips and benefits kind of thing like that. So super simple. And she shared about how she's basically doing everything on Instagram, and she shared about how she's inviting on Instagram. She will actually find basically like positive energy, whether it's like people that are maybe sharing fitness, but maybe not, but just, I feel like there's so many people on Instagram that you can connect to that have some sort of similarities. And when you see them sharing that, like, being that inspiration and wanting to put out positive energy, she's inviting a lot of people like that. And that's kind of what I have been doing too. And her basic like script that she uses for when she's inviting on Instagram. So these are people, like I have a lot of people on Facebook that, have been in my groups or have been, I'm friends with that I know, and I will send them messages to invite them and make it more personalized. But this is what she's using on Instagram. And I've been, searching people. I've been actually, another thing, I've been using brands a lot more. Do you guys notice that when you're searching hashtags that you're finding all Beachbody coaches? Because I feel like that's what I'm finding. So I've been trying to look up, even just different brands, like maybe clothing or stores or something like that. And I feel like I'm finding more people that way. But anyways, her basic message is, hey, how are you? I love your page and positive energy. You would be an amazing coach. I would love for you to join my information session. It's just a Facebook group explaining what I do. What do you think? Like, that's what she's sending. And that's basically what I've sent to people. And people have been like, sure, I'd like to hear more about it. Like, and I've actually been able to transition people from Instagram to Facebook that way too, because I put it out there that it's in a Facebook group. Well, this one says Facebook group because that's her message, but just a Facebook event. And I've been able to add people that way too for more. So there's the people that you're friends with, or you're a more warm market, you're challengers kind of people, but putting it out there with people that you connect with at a different level. Hello. On Instagram, because Instagram is that area where you can connect with new people, reaching that new market, more cold market people. So that's her basic message. How are you guys how have you guys been inviting to the coach info session?
Poorly, very, very poorly. Diana, you feel me? I actually just sent out one invite today, and it was the challenger that I had kind of like highlighted, who wrote up that amazing story for me about how like Shakeology took her away, and so I invited her. I have not heard back from her, but that is like literally the only one I've done. So I just put in the messages. Would you could you give us a text of that invite just so?
Yeah, I can send that to you. But here's my thoughts with inviting to the coaching opportunity. So I think for the longest time, I was trying to wait until I had like the perfect challenger to invite to the coaching opportunity. And I have quickly realized that like, I'm leaving so many people out, from just not offering it to them, because it in that way, I feel like I'm just totally prejudging people all the time and not letting them decide. So my shift in my mindset has been like, I want to share this with everyone. Like, I want to find women who want to link arms and do this. Like, so I want to offer it to everyone. So that's kind of like, I feel like that's a shift you have to make in your head when you're inviting, and not focus so much on like, oh my gosh, this person is such an amazing challenger. She's had great results. She's using the products. Now I will invite her. You know what I mean? Where I feel like you could be inviting and sharing. And the thing is that because you invite sooner, like, that person might not be ready, but then that it's in their mind and the seed is planted, and now they're thinking and then because by the time you wait to invite them, when it's like that perfect opportunity, they still might need that like giant waiting time. Makes sense, So I feel like you have to kind of make that shift. So like, and I just said this because Terry, like, yeah, she is perfect. Like, she is like a perfect candidate to invite to the coaching opportunity. But I feel like I am trying to invite people sooner than that, to give them the chance and the opportunity if they choose, even just to learn more about it, and that's why I kind of make it like, and I like how Mandy said, like, it's just a Facebook group. What do you think? Like, it's just kind of like, it's no big deal. Like, just come learn about it. It's not like you have to sign up as a coach when you join this info session. Like, she just makes it super laid back. And that was like her point. And she says she follows up with everyone each day. And she said her follow-up is like, hey, I posted the first video, like, just wanted to let you know. And then like the second day, it's like, hey, just wanted to check in again, just so you know, the second video is up. And then she does it for like the third day. So, I mean, mine might have not been like just that short and sweet, but like, pretty much just like, hey, like, just touch base with them each day too, during the coach info session. But all right, anyone else? How are you inviting?
I have a quick question. How did it go last week?
It went well. I told you that I still, like, I haven't had anyone sign up yet, but I just did it like Monday through Wednesday, and I have good conversations going. And I think the biggest thing was that people were interested right away, and from Instagram, and once they said that they were interested, I was like, okay, can you send me a friend request? And they sent me a friend request and joined the info group. And when I messaged them too, like, we've gone back and forth. Like, it's not like they were blowing me off and ghosting me either. So the conversation is still there. So I think good. I haven't signed anyone up yet from last week, but I think it's been good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I've been inviting pretty much my warm market, like people that are either challengers or people that I've maybe talked to before about coaching. So those types of people. So no one new or like a stranger to me.
Yeah. And then when I look at it as inviting on Instagram, I feel like I'm trying to share a lot through stories and just my posts in general. So I feel like when you're pretty like intentional with your posts, that you're sharing on your feed and through your stories, that kind of like speeds up the process of relating to you and getting to know you better too. So that's another way I feel like Instagram is easier to invite, because I don't do Facebook stories. I just do IG stories. And I feel like that's a way for people to get to know me quicker too. So I feel like although they're not people I know, the fact that I can connect with them through like a hashtag or a brand or something that we have in common, and they're like checking out my stories and liking my posts and stuff, it's just an easier way to invite them and not be fearful, if that makes sense, you know? Anyone else? How are you inviting? Ideas? I've been doing Instagram stories, like, you know, sometimes I do polls or whatever on Instagram stories. Obviously I do post on Instagram feed and my timeline that I've been trying to share the coaching opportunity more. I think that's a big thing. Like, I used to attract a lot of challengers and people wanting for my challenge groups because that's all I used to share about. But now, as I post more about coaching and share more about coaching, I feel like I'm attracting more coaches instead of just challengers, you know? Okay, so were you gonna say something, Amy?
Yes, I was going to say that I am sick of Instagram. It, like my polls are flops. People following me don't, like, I message them and like, I'm like, so I need to find, I don't know what I need to do on Instagram, but I feel like whatever I'm doing is either not working or it's working at such a turtle's pace that I just have to be patient, and that is not my strong suit.
Yeah, I agree. It takes a while. I feel like Instagram definitely takes time, but I think that the biggest way is, are you intentionally expanding each day? Like, so following new people and going through either hashtags or brands or whatever and finding people similar to you.
I go through phases because I hate being on my phone doing Instagram so much that I was like, and I hate searching. I hate searching hashtags because I feel like I'm not getting anywhere. Like, I'm just finding more coaches or more Herbalife people, or so.
Right.
I think
that's why I said going the brand route has been helpful. I think that because I've found a lot more people who are not coaches whenever I go for brands instead of hashtags.
Because I could care less if coaches follow me or Herbalife people follow me. Like, they are not my people. Like, I do not need one more Beachbody coach to follow me on Instagram.
Right.
So,
right. Yeah, no, I get it. I understand that it can be like, you have to have more patience with it. And it's definitely, I found when I was searching hashtags, it was a waste of my time because I was finding a million coaches. And I'm like, well, I just sucked up all my time and I connected with like, I will say though that like I used Stim Social, and that was completely worth it because I was able to at least grow my following, and they're not all my people for sure, but I was able to grow my following and have more of a following and be able to use like the swipe up feature and things like that. I think that was helpful. And it also, like, I did the pro account. So it sent out messages for me too whenever so like initial contacts, like people that followed me, it sent out a message. And I just think for like the few months that I used it, that was worth it to me because it was a stressor with Instagram, just that way. And
I'm not good with connecting with people from Instagram. Like I'm really slowly growing a following, like I have like 500 people, but I'm not good with like when new people follow me, I'm like, I don't know if I'm missing it and I'm not really knowing what to say to them. And like, I'm just, that's where I kind of struggle with it. Like, I'm not.
Instagram people aren't real. Like, they're not real people. So you can really kind of practice how you want to say anything to them because they're not really people. Like, they're not real people that you know. So you don't have to worry about hurting their feelings. And if they ghost you, oh well, try again. So that's kind of like how I go with Instagram. I'm like, you're not really a real person I know. So if you don't like this, it's okay. So I just kind of like try new things with like, and that's what I tell my new coaches to do is like, if you're worried about inviting, invite every friggin' person you see on Instagram because they're not real people and you never know what you're going to find. Practice.
But, well, yeah, no, it is good because you can work with cold market people. And if you're easy with inviting to cold market people, then that's the way to go. But I pretty much, if someone's following me and they're like, well, first of all, if it's a man, I'm not going to really engage with you at all.
No.
I'm going to block you. And then then I pretty much look for women, moms, runners, like, I just look, like, and that's how I come up with conversations with them. Teachers, like that's how I engage in conversation. But that's also why, I truly believe in like all of the connecting and relationship building and everything too. But Mandy Kai talked about when she does this like coach info session that she kind of does it backwards. She invites people right off the bat and then like gets to know them during the process of them signing up as a coach and working with them.
I don't know how these people are just like signing up as coaches. Like, what the hell? Like, I need these, like, I don't know what, like the fact that someone's like, yeah, let's just jump in and coach. Yes. I don't know where these people are and I need to friggin' find them because I am slightly frustrated today.
Well, everyone is finding them on Instagram. So I suggest you suck it up and get used to Instagram because I
do it. I just hate those damn hashtags. I hate typing them. I hate everything about it because when you get over 40, you hate this shit. And
well, do you have hashtag lists saved?
No, I hate them. So no, I don't save them.
Okay.
And that saves you way more time if you
listen, cranky pants, listen to me. So you make a hashtag list or you copy someone else's hashtag list. Just don't talk. I see you ready to talk. Don't talk. Don't say anything. Just listen to me. Find someone you like. You look at their hashtag list. You copy the entire hashtag list, put it in your notes. Then you go through and you take out the ones you don't like and you save it in your notes. And then when you make a post, you copy and paste it out of your notes and put it in the comments of your post.
Right, but then there are those hashtags that are like 1 million people long and nobody sees those. So like I purposely look for hashtags that are not like 1 million posts.
You're overthinking it. You're overthinking.
No, I'm being smart about it because I've listened to all the other coaches who are like, don't use these huge hashtags because nobody shows up. So
well,
I don't.
Being smart, then next time you create your list, or actually go back to one of your old posts, copy and paste it in a note. So then you have it for the next time. So you can just copy and paste it in your post.
I feel like I'm always trying to find like the right like mix of things. So it's not always like the same damn Beachbody coaches that show up because I'm not like I'm tagging hashtag coach, hashtag coach life, hashtag lift for, hashtag Shako.
No, but like I made a folder in my notes called hashtag lists, and then I made different ones like baseball mom and teacher and stuff like that. And then I took out the ones that I didn't like and kept them. And then when I make a post that like touches on the fact that I'm a teacher, then I throw that list of hashtags in. Or when I make a post that mentions me. You what?
I just want 40-year-old ladies who want to get fit. That's my hashtag list. Right there.
But nobody's hashtagging themselves as 40-year-old lady. Oh, Amy.
Well, yeah. Well,
just want to squeeze you.
There's always growing pains of change. I mean, and honestly, like if Facebook is just working for you and you're good with just staying on Facebook, then just do it.
Until Facebook goes away.
What's that?
Until Facebook goes away. When it just disappears someday.
Well, I mean, it's not disappearing right now, so. But
I do them both. I just do not prefer Instagram because I feel old and geriatric and not hip to the times.
Well, do what works for you. Okay? All right. Because Amy has a call at 9:00. Okay, last thing. This is something I would like for you to send me because I don't want to go through it everyone, goals for the end of a quarter, okay? So sometimes we have a hard time stretching ourselves with our goals, okay? And we want to like think small. I want to challenge you to think bigger, and in this way, come up with your good, better, and best goals for end of quarter, okay? So what would your best case scenario be? That's like really pushing yourself, okay, and stretching yourself. Then better, maybe just a little, maybe a little less than that, and then good. Make sense? Good, better, best goals. So send me that just whenever you have it, whenever you put them together. Sound good? Okay. Any questions at all before we get off? So we will set up 2 calls in October. And they might not be off weeks, because I just realized when I was looking at my calendar, the one weekend would be the actual weekend that I'm running the Marine Corps Marathon. So it can't be that weekend. So maybe just, but I still want to have 2 calls in October. So we might just pick 2 different, maybe the first and like first week, and I don't know. I'll look at the dates and we'll figure it out. But if anything in the meantime you have questions about, let me know. And yeah, we'll set up our new call for October. I'm excited for this. Show up each week, each time that we have them, and I can't wait to see your trackers on Monday. Okay? All right. Have a good night, ladies.
See ya.
Yeah.
Thank you.